All right. Now that we've all had a nice 5 to 6 hours to let this Terry McLaurin trade request marinate, we digested it. We can actually give our actual thoughts now with no emotion involved. The Washington Commanders are 1000% not trading Terry McLaurin, and I don't think he really means this trade request. Let's talk about it. Wake up. It's the first of the month, Washington Commanders Nation, and our superstar receiver, Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry, one of the main ingredients to the fabric that is the culture the Washington Commanders have built it so fast here since Adam Peters and company took over, hired by Josh Harris, new managing partner and owner of the Washington Commanders. We've been hit with our first real adversity in the AP DQ JD5 era of football. Our star receiver has requested a trade today. This is not non-commonplace. Debo Samuel requested a trade. He didn't get traded this season. He requested one. T. Higgins requested a trade. He signed an extension with Jamar Chase this offseason. And Brandon Ayuk, he stomped. He cried in the car. He showed up to practice, held in, argued with Kyle Shanahan in front of people, politicked on the Pivot podcast, and showed up with Jaden Daniels with him to say, I want to play for the Steelers or the Washington Commanders. And he ended up getting extended by the San Francisco 49ers at the end of the day. And we already know what Myles Garrett did. He signed, sealed, and delivered his trade request. Trey Hendrickson asked for a trade. TJ Watt flirted with a trade. It is a part of the I want my money here rollout to request a trade. And I had been hinting at it being the last leverage play for Terry McLaurin and Buddy Baker was to request a trade. So it's hitting the football world like, man, like it's taken over. It's going to be the number one trending thing being spoken about tomorrow. There's no practice. So this is going to be a big topic. I'm seeing all the jersey swaps out there. I'm seeing shit like this graphics on screen. Terry McLaurin's next team. There's a reason why Washington's at negative 250 on this list. It's because Terry McLaurin's not getting traded. I'm looking at this list right now. I know Terry wants to be compensated for his services. I know Terry thinks very highly of himself. I think Terry thinks far too highly of himself to go to poverty. And I see a lot of fucking poverty on this list. The Patriots, I wouldn't call poverty because I think they got the coach and the quarterback right, but they got a lot of moving parts over there. So he would be joining a rebuild situation over there. The Raiders are going to be better. They're one of my surprise teams this year. They're not any good right now. The Tennessee Titans, I think Cam Ward may be a fine quarterback in this league. It's going to take time because that roster is ass juice. The Chargers, they're a pretty good football team. But like I'm looking at this list and I'm like, why the fuck would Terry want to trade to most of these teams just to make some money? It's got to be about more than that's. A man of integrity, a man of character. I know everyone's going to try to turn on and trash Terry through this process. They probably feel, some fans probably feel betrayed at some point. He's been signing autographs all week. Like I saw Serge say, maybe Terry was out there signing all those autographs, kissing all those babies and shaking hands and politicking as a parting gift because he's getting the hell out of DC. I just don't think that's the case. I don't think it's the case. I think at some point, Adam Peters and company, Brandon Solsna, they're going to up the offer that's on the table. And I think this is Terry and Buddy Baker saying, we starving out here. We need to get some, like we just did a week of showing up at the end of practice and signing autographs and shit. We got to get we got to get Adam Peters and company to budge a little bit. And this is the only thing left for Terry to do. I don't think he's going to hold out season games. I don't think he's going to hold out regular season. I don't think he would do the stupid Le'Veon Bell shit and be willing to sacrifice a season at age 30 to hit the open market again at age 31, where no 30-plus receiver has ever negotiated a contract for $30 million or more. The business side of this thing cannot be ignored. No 30-year-old receiver has negotiated a contract for $30 million or more, and Adam Peters and company are not trying to set that precedent. But according to one of Terry McLaurin's homies, and he has pictures with him, he's from Indianapolis, all that stuff. This is apparently one of Terry's homies for real. That offer is around $25 million. If that is the case, Terry needs to take homie to homie court, because your boy's not supposed to be speaking closed door business out loud. Like, come on. Like, you can't be moving like that if that's your boy for real. I haven't seen him say Terry should have left after he said he was running cardio versus Miami and shit. But, bro, you can't be putting your boy business out on Front Street like that. But let's just say Adam Peters and company are starting the negotiation. There's no way Adam Peters and company, their most latest offer is $25 million. Even though, the Cortland Sutton deal is 23, Mike Evans is at 26. I don't think that the updated number. See, that's the thing too. None of us know what these numbers on the board are. We're all assuming, and we're all trying to make the math based on the very vague tea leaves being provided by national media guys. Nobody knows. Adam Schefter's the closest thing to gospel in the business, and he put out there that Terry wants considerably more than DK, which would mean $35-36 million a year, and put him in that Justin Jefferson, close to Jamar Chase territory. And then the Cortland Sutton deal comes out. The Cortland Sutton deal is interesting because he got a 4-year deal at the same age as Terry McLaurin, but the average annual salary is only $23 million. I think Terry needs to stop giving a fuck about length of deal, and he needs to stop caring about the average annual salary. At 30 years old, you just need to worry about what the guarantee on the deal is. Let's say Adam Peters, Brandon Solston and company, they come to the table and they're able to, okay, Terry, $30 million guaranteed over 2 years. We'll put a third year on the contract, but we're going to make that a void year. We can talk about that in a couple years from now. We'll bust it up. We're going to give you $30 million guaranteed for 2 years. So 60 guaranteed. So pretty much 3 for 90, 3 for 91 if you really want to put some sauce on it. But 60 million of that is guaranteed. Bro, Cortland Sutton didn't even get 2 full seasons guaranteed. That deal had to make Buddy Baker want to walk into traffic. Like, Jesus Christ. He only got 41 million of 92 guaranteed. 46 would have equaled the halfway point. 46 million would have been half of 92. He didn't get a full 2 seasons guaranteed out of 4. That's a nasty guarantee. That's why fans need to be careful when these contract numbers are reported, because the agent, when they exclude the guarantee on the initial announcement of the contract, it's deflection, it's misdirection, it's a little bit of sleight of hand. They want you to see the big number. They don't want you to see the nasty ass guarantee that's written into that contract. But now that I've had a few hours to stew on this, this is just a part of the game. This is a part of the game. Next, Terry's going to sweep his Instagram and take all his pictures of his uniform off. This is how it goes, man. This is how contract negotiation goes. And he already pulled the emotional hand. And now this is his last if I don't win this hand, I'm folding. Like there's nothing else left for Buddy Baker and Terry to do because the leverage falls on Washington. He's under contract for a year. Jamar Chase was the best receiver in the NFL last year. He didn't get his deal when he wanted and played the entire season on his current rookie contract. Not everybody gets paid when they want to. I think an extension would be best for business, so it's not a distraction or a cloud hanging over a Super Bowl contention season. Let's not forget, this team is primed and ready to go, and our title window is now open. Don't forget that because of this Terry McLaurin, Adam Peters saga. This comes with business. This is not the Washington of old. This don't feel like the Washington of old. Don't compare us or juxtapose us to any of the nonsense that took place when Daniel Snyder owned this football team. This is a contract negotiation, and both sides are doing what they feel is best to come to a resolution. And that resolution is going to be one of two things. One, they're going to get an extension done at some point before September 7th, week 1 opener. 17 will be out there. Or two, the other option is Terry is going to have to show his ass up for week 1 prep, and he's going to play this final year on that $23 million that he's getting, and they will either franchise him or figure out what they're doing for him in 2026. Those are the two options. As unpredictable as Adam Peters has been, and he's never shown his hand of what his next move is, there is no scenario here where I could actually see us trading Terry McLaurin. If I am wrong about this, I will eat crow. I will go live and say, oh, I'm cooked. I was totally off about this, but I don't see a single percentage chance that they actually trade Terry McLaurin. So hold your horses on your jersey swaps. Relax with all these next team odds and all of you poverty-stricken organizations that are salivating over the idea or thought of Scary Terry playing for your football team. It ain't happening, man. It ain't happening. It's just business. Myles Garrett handled business. Brandon Ayuk, it wasn't the prettiest, but he handled business. Deebo Samuel ended up getting traded the next season, but he didn't get it when he asked for the trade. T. Higgins asked for a trade. Jamar Chase damn near asked for a trade. This is normal and commonplace in contract negotiations for superstar players. Superstar players are usually represented by agents or themselves. Agents that are qualified for the job or themselves. To be determined if Terry's agent is qualified for this specific contract negotiation. But I don't imagine we're going to see him walking around the campus too much after a trade request took place. But I think there was very smart of them to request a trade a day before there's no practice the next day. So things get to kind of calm before the storm and the barrage of questions that are coming until they find a resolution. You know what would be a perfect world? This ain't happening, by the way. It would be beautiful if we go to sleep and we wake up and there's a fucking contract extension sometime tomorrow. That would be so fire. But let me know in the comments, when do you think something gets done, or if you don't think something gets done and they trade him? If you think he's getting traded, also let me know. As a Washington fan, I wouldn't suggest turning on Adam Peters or Terry McLaurin, but I'm not going to tell you how to fan because I am not the fucking fan police. I'm not going to tell fans how to fan, but I am going to give my opinions about shit, and I am going to call shit out when I have an opinion about it. But this is an emotional thing. It could get very emotional. I get it. You know, I try to be Switzerland in these things and see how both sides of the coin flips and to understand how all of it works and the business of the league. I get it. And I also understand Adam Peters main objective as our general manager is to put together a roster that has sustained contention and sustained adequacy. Like, he wants a roster that has a chance to go every year, that has a chance to win the big dance every year. And he not only has to look out for the team's cap situation and the current year, he has to look out for the future and have foresight and vision to the betterment of this franchise. And if Mikey trends and turns into what we think he can be, he's going to need a contract extension around the time where we're going to have to write the biggest contract extension in NFL history, because Jaden Daniels is one of those ones. After a few hours of pondering and streaming on my channel and then streaming with the Commanders Kings channel, they're not trading Terry. We don't have to talk about trades to Indy for him to go back home, trades for Tyreek Hill and the Miami Dolphins, and we don't have to start concocting all these crazy trade scenarios, because I imagine you're going to see someone's going to leak out something to somebody that we stand by our earlier sentiments that we have less than 0% interest in trading Terry McLaurin. We value Terry McLaurin, and we want him to be a Commander for a very long time. Expect something like that being presented upon us. I'm not really concerned about what Diana Rossini's talking about, because she's like, for her last 12 predictions or takes on anything NFL breaking news related. So we're not really concerned with what's happening over there. Terry's going to get signed, or he's going to play this year on the contract that he's already on, and we continue the saga in 2026. But when week 1 rolls around and them shitty ass big blue giants walk into Northwest Stadium, 17 will be out there with 5-1, etc., and we will be continuing life as usual. We are not trading Terry McLaurin. Y'all can loop this up, clip this, do whatever y'all got to do if a trade does take place, because Adam Peters is a very unpredictable cat. So you never know how this is going to go. But as we sit here on the first day of August, wake up. It's the first of the month. I don't believe we're trading Terry McLaurin. I believe this is a 1,000% negotiation tactic and trying to get back at least 1% of the leverage, because currently the team holds all 100 of them bitches until proven otherwise. Stop walking around camp with your agent, though. Like, Terry, go sign the autographs by yourself. Like, that shit just looks odd. And also, Terry, throw a new outfit on when you come to practice on Saturday. Like, fam, the white cutoff burgundy shorts outfit, you're not sleeping on the campus, brother. Put a new outfit on, man. Throw some different colors on and stop walking around campus with your agent, because that shit just looks weird when you, especially after you request a trade. But, guys, don't hate Terry. Don't hate Adam Peters. That's not necessary. This shit is a business. These are these guys' livelihood and jobs. And unfortunately, this comes with the territory of the business of the NFL. So that's where I stand as of midnight or 12:32 on August 1st, 2025. I don't expect any new developments in the saga, but you never know, because I definitely wasn't ready for that. I was on the treadmill about 4.5 miles in of my 7-mile jog for the day. And I got a message from Louis T saying, how y'all want to handle this, fellas? Y'all want to do it live? Y'all want to do it separately and together? What y'all want to do? And I'm reading, I'm looking down like, oh, did we sign him to an extension? And it's like, whoa, he requested a trade. Boy, I ran home so fast, I left my damn UNC Tar Heels hat at the gym. So hopefully the girl that I talked to at the gym holds me down and keeps my hat nice and safe behind the front desk. But anywho, that is all I got for right now. Shout out to everybody who tuned into my stream and the Commanders King stream tonight to talk about this breaking news. The first bit of adversity to hit Adam Peters and company since they've taken over, and it's been all kumbaya vibes so far. And speaking of kumbaya vibes, make sure y'all purchase y'all tickets to the Commanders Kings Live August 24th at Crystal City Sports Hub. 5 p.m. The doors open. We'll be starting around 5:45 p.m. and going to at least at minimum 9 p.m. Tickets are $45. 150 tickets were available at start. We're already over halfway sold. So make sure you cop your tickets today. If you can't go, cop tickets for a friend. Tell a friend that the Kings is finna be out and we're gonna be having a good time. I don't drink. I'll have a drink with you. Come out, join the show, be a part of the show, and witness something epic while it's in its infancy stages, because we're about to take that Commanders Kings page to new heights in 2025. But I ain't gonna ramble your heads off. Terry McLaurin requested a trade, but everybody, RELAX, relax. This is all just a part of the negotiation process. Someone's going to lock Adam Peters and Terry McLaurin in a room at some point without Buddy Baker, and they're going to come out with a contract extension. We're not trading Terry McLaurin. Point blank, period. Held to the Washington Commanders. Until next time, Commander Rio is out.